Hey everybody, could you use some good news? Well, let's start with this. Patients at one of China's largest hospitals have been receiving orthopedic implants manufactured using 3D printing. It was reported earlier this month that over 50 patients at Beijing's Peking University Third Hospital have received 3D printed implants. Earlier this week, surgeons at the hospital successfully completed the implantation of a 3D printed artificial vertebra, a first. Traditional methods would have called for the implantation of a titanium tube to replace the lost vertebra, a procedure that requires the patient's head to be immobilized for months afterward. 3D printing allows doctors to make custom implants shaped to suit the needs of individual patients, which means better fitting and more reliable implants and shorter, less demanding recovery times. Next up, an international team of researchers has found evidence of a rare and controversial mechanism of evolution. These two ants look very similar, but they're actually members of separate species. The species on the left, Mycosaurus castrator, is a parasite of the species on the right, Mycosaurus geldi. They live in the same colony, side by side, and are genetically very similar, but unable to reproduce with each other. The research team, which includes members from the University of Rochester, Harvard, the Smithsonian's Museum of Natural History, and Sao Paulo State University in Brazil, where the only known population of M. castrator is found, believe this to be an example of sympatric speciation. The most common mechanism of speciation is allopatry, when a population of a single species is divided by a geographical barrier, separating it into two populations which then go on to evolve independently of each other. Sympatry occurs when distinct species emerge within a single, unified population. Sympatry is thought to occur only relatively rarely, so rarely that M. castrator is the most compelling case of it ever documented. The research team is continuing to test specimens of M. castrator and M. geldi to confirm that they are, in fact, separate species and that sympatry was the mechanism that caused these two species to separate, which the researchers estimate occurred relatively recently, around 37,000 years ago. Their study is published in the journal Current Biology. Finally, a team of researchers at Michigan State University has created transparent solar panels. The technical name for the panels is transparent luminescent solar concentrators. They're specially designed to collect light from the infrared and ultraviolet wavelengths, which are invisible to the unaided human eye. Light at visible wavelengths is allowed to pass through the material, making it appear like an ordinary pane of glass. Some work still needs to be done to get the transparent luminescent solar concentrators to convert the light they collect into energy as efficiently as standard solar panels, but once they reach that stage, these transparent solar concentrators could be installed anywhere there's a window. Glass skyscrapers, car windshields, the faces of smartphones and tablet computers, and generate power while being virtually undetectable. Surgeons in China implant a 3D printed artificial vertebra. A newly discovered species of South American ant demonstrates a rare mechanism of evolution, and engineers in Michigan develop see-through solar panels. That's the good news. Mwah. How'd you like it if I got a 3D printed replacement kitty?